Listen to me, don't listen to me. Please lend me your ear. Welcome to the Brain Forest. We're so glad you're here. Listen to me, don't listen to me. Listen to me here. I want to show you a mask that I made. It's for when I'm feeling sad. Oh, I'm so sad. Oh. I can flip it upside down and make myself happy. And it works every single time. I call it spiritual technology. Really, I'm interrogating the iconography of joy. Because in a cartoon, if somebody busts out the maracas, they're about as happy as they can be. And if somebody has a party hat, or better yet, a fruit hat, their joy knows no limits. According to the fossil record, the ancestors of mammals evolved to leave the ocean millions of years ago. And then cetaceans like whales and dolphins evolved to live back under the sea. They moved back home. They couldn't cut it up here on land. They went back to live with mom and dad. And they're still salty about it. It's time again for the cooking part of the show. And because I don't have an oven out here, we're gonna have sea asparagus. Because it's perfectly edible, straight from the ocean. You know, asparagus makes your pee smell funny. Sea asparagus makes the sea smell funny. Hi. Welcome to the show. This is episode 3 of the Wizard of Oddity show. We're trying to cultivate a certain vibe around here in the Brain Forest. We like to grow ideas and trees and vibes around here. This is my shillelagh. This was given to me by the universe, but it was handed to me by a druid named Gary, like a Gary oak. This is in fact a salmonberry tree, salmonberry bush. This was the root mass. It was raw, undifferentiated roots when he gave it to me. He gave it to me to protect his treasure for him. We had a deal, this druid and I. And I agreed, but I made it my own. I carved along those natural root lines with my trusty knife. I carved little horns and serpents. And I made it my own. I made it not just a walking stick, not just a stick to threaten to protect this druid's ill-gotten treasure, but a piece of art and craftsmanship and a symbol of my inalienable right to stand up for myself, not to physically bonk someone with it, but as a concretized reminder of the will, of what in tarot cards, what they call wands, the spine, the inner fire that we get from the sun. Plants photosynthesize the energy from the sun and they grow. They grow. The equivalent of tarot cards, wands, in contemporary playing cards, it's clubs. How about that? Clubs. We're kind of in a club, you and me. We're in a club for people. We're in a club for people seeking knowledge and good vibes. Welcome to the club. I've always been a big believer in solar energy. Even though the technology, when I was a kid, it was basically in its infancy, just like me. But I always saw the potential there, because logically, all energy is solar. Like I was alluding to, plants photosynthesize energy from the sun, animals eat the plants, people eat the animals. We turn that energy into stuff. Even geothermal energy is just sun energy that's been trapped inside the earth. The earth only exists because of gravitational pull of the sun anyway. So even like a hydroelectric dam is solar with more steps. The problems of day-to-day life can feel so overwhelming at times that it's easy to forget that everything that happens to you, good and bad, is a chemical process happening inside of your head. It's not that your problems are too big, it's that your head is too big. What you need is to go to a head shrinker. Hi, and welcome to the Arts and Crafts segment of the show. These are three of my friends, Patrick, Sean, and Phineas. I'm going to be doing my best to draw them today, and you at home can follow along. Let's start from the top. Let's draw Patrick first. He's pretty cute. He's got 3 buttons make up his whole face. So that's pretty simple. Got the 3 buttons. Looks good. Furry face. Furry body. Something like that, right? And then we want to get the shadow under his chin. Get that joie de vivre on his face. Particular curl of his ear. It's okay if yours doesn't capture his spirit quite as intimately. You haven't known him as long as I have, but that's basically how I capture his ears there. And then his furry little body. Like every bat, he has weird wings that are actually long fingers, webbed fingers. Disgusting. And so that's as much as we'll devote to Patrick. So we move on to Sean. Sean the Shrunken Head. Despite what they say in the movies, there's only one group of people who ever practiced head shrinking. A singular tribe in the northern Amazon. Though shrunken heads have been used historically as currency between different tribes that did not themselves practice head shrinking. And the only other people to practice it in the world is Vincent Price. He would sell those kits. Shrink your own heads with Vincent Price. Vincent Price. Ghoulish and spooky. Vincent Price. Quite the dandy of a gentleman. Did it count, really? Okay. So we've got Patrick and Sean there represented in the drawing so far, and then we're moving on to Phineas. Because we're racing against the clock here. We've got until the sun explodes and goes supernova, and then we're out of time. Let's go. Phineas has that particular impish quality, being an imp. You have to give these guys credit for staying so still for all this. They're kind of the perfect subjects for art for that reason. So that's Phineas's smile so far. Furry chest there. He's got his little jacket. Oh yeah, let's run through Phineas's family tree here. He's a cousin of Yoda. Gizmo from Gremlins is, I believe, his uncle. He's related to Peter Pan and Robin Hood on his mom's sister's side. I don't know what that means. Yeah, Bigfoot was at his quinceanera. I don't know why he had a quinceanera, but he insists that he did. Anyway, there's my drawing of my three friends. What do you think? Let's find out what they think. What do you guys think?
I hate it.
Looks really bad to me.
I can't say how I feel about it because uh, you won't be able to show this video on any kind of platform, let alone YouTube.
I'm glad you guys can be honest with me. Now it's time for the bedtime story segment of the show. Oh, oh, good, good job getting this far, but it's time to get sleepy. You know, in Ptolemaic Egypt, there was this idea they developed called syncretism, where rather than combining different gods, the Egyptian and Greek and different pagan types of gods that were interacting, these magicians of Egypt decided they would boil them down to their essence, figure out what's behind these deities, these gods, what energy is wearing these different masks. And they figured that the idea of Thoth, the Egyptian bird-headed god, and Mercury and Hermes, these were all one god named Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice great Hermes, who taught humanity writing and magic and chemistry. And a type of philosophy was born from this idea called Hermetic philosophy. Now, the Hermeticists didn't necessarily believe that this was literally true, that this person was reborn in these different kingdoms. But the figure, the idea of Hermes Trismegistus was a convenient fiction for them to use as a mental exercise. Let's suppose that there is this idea of this man who knows how to teach us from beyond the veil, who can teach us to read and to write. What if there is an energy? What if it is just in your head? But what if we needed to imagine before we could create language. And each time a society falls, this type of person is born in the aftermath, after the fall of Rome, after the fall of Egypt, after the fall of Atlantis. It's never been archaeologically proven, but it's a symbol, it's an idea. And people like to imagine that Hermes Trismegistus lived in Atlantis as well. They call him Hermes, or Thoth the Atlantean. Hermes Trismegistus, Thoth the Atlantean. And it's not necessarily that it's a literal person, but it's the idea of a name that you can attribute these things to that are unattributable. And so I wrote this little lullaby about this idea of sometimes your whole world can end, but you still have to pick yourself back up, see what you've learned. The part of you that's in charge, the part of you that still knows what to do, can tell the rest of you what's what. Your inner Hermes Trismegistus just needs your trust, and you can dust yourself up. You can pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start again in a new world, in a new name. And it's called Above Below. As above, so below. It's a crazy little secret from a guy I know. As the rain fall on us, the water's coming down, but the fire's going up. And as the winds of fate all twist us, just call my old friend Trismegistus. And as the winds of fate all twist us, just call my old friend Trismegistus. Starting over from whole cloth, you can call me Hermes, you can call me Thoth. Hold me now to your bosom. Let's reflect the micro and the macrocosm. As the winds of fate all twist us, call my old friend Trismegistus. As the winds of fate all twist us, just call my old friend Trismegistus. As you watch your world burn, clasp your hands in prayer, just like a mantis. Fires die, waters rise. The captain has gone down with the Atlantis. And as the winds of fate all twist us, call my old friend Trismegistus. And as the winds of fate all twist us, Call my old friend Trismegister. As above, so below. It's a crazy little secret from a guy I know. Good night.